Ooh, god damn it. Yeah. Woo. Welcome to Fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous. My name is Tom. I'm a fantasy sports addict. And I just got to say this. We've got a crisis amongst our midst, okay? There's too many of us in this industry of fantasy sports dealing with depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, failure at our jobs, work, life, everything, right? So somehow the safe replacement appears to be fantasy sports. But I want to break this down into three things. As someone who deals with this myself, first of all, I'm not advocating any of the three options I'm about to put in front of you, because I don't know what works for you. I don't give a fuck what works for you, and I don't give you the room to give a fuck about what works for me. So we're all going to do what we're going to do, but let's talk about this overwhelming issue. Okay, first of all, it starts with our own narcissism. Okay, we can go into the whole, oh, we're millennials or internet kids, and even though we're in our 30s, most of us at the absolute ass end stage of this, we got our own shit with that. Especially anybody younger than us has their own shit with that. But you got three options so far as I see this. Okay, I deal with this every day. I'm born with a heart condition. Playing on house money for double my life now. I mean, I'm just having fucking fun with it. Woo! The misery, the shit. Okay. Option one. Okay. This is the simplest. This is the one that you're moping around about. Derp, derp, derp. Right? Option one. Fucking kill yourself. Right? Oh, fuck. Easy way out, right? Yeah, just do it. Just bam, blam, gone. Nobody cares about you, and you didn't really care about anybody enough not to do that. Okay, problem fucking solved. That's one option. Option two, you stay doing what you keep doing, which is status quo, situation normal, all fucked up, fucked out the frame the same way you've always been. Well, this is Eeyore of Winnie the Pooh. Well, I just today wasn't a good day, and that might get you somewhere talking to a few people occasionally, once in a while, for a short amount of time. But that doesn't fucking work. Eventually, people get sick of hearing the fuck about it. There's a caveat. There's like a 2A. I'm Eeyore, and I'm not gonna fix my problems. Or I'm Eeyore, and fuck you, I don't give a shit. That's one thing. You can be a miserable goddamn bastard piece of shit as much as you want. Just own your shit, accept it, deal with it, and do it. Like, you know what? I don't really care. I'm sad. I'm fucked up. I do too many drugs. I drink too much. I hate my life. I hate everyone I know. Everyone's shitty to me. The world's a miserable place. I keep fucking everything I want to do up. But you know what? Fuck it. Because option one's still there. I still reserve my own right to option one. We all should. Especially if we're like terminally ill. But here's the one that gets really challenging. This is the one I challenge myself to every day. And the days I forget to are the days that I fuck up. These are the days that are not easy. The days I'm now challenging you to try to endure. Option three is that you spend every day you have working as hard as you can, as proactively as you can, to find a solution. Well, I couldn't afford the therapist, and or she didn't like me, or he didn't like me, or it didn't happen overnight, or too bad. What's tomorrow? Another day to try again. That's the point. That's the point of option three here. It's not going to be easy. It's not easy for me. I mean, I may seem very crass and very, like, almost to the point of abusiveness here, but that's from a point of too fucking bad. Don't be so selfish and think you're so fucking special because I have to remind myself of that. And that may be even one of my biggest demons that holds me back. I could tell that story another day, but it's haunted me for 12, 13 years now. Okay. Something happened in a hospital. But fuck that shit because tomorrow is a new day. I'm not in that hospital. I'm not. Guess what I get to do tomorrow? I get to go to a transplant doctor. I get to go see a liver transplant specialist because, well, my body is falling apart because of my heart condition. Oh, fuck. Oh, man. No, no, no. Yeah, yeah, it's shit. That shit sucks. That's some fucking bullshit. Nobody should have to go through that. Nobody should have to go through anything in this world, especially our generation. None of us think that any wrong should happen and any bad could happen. Like, it's fucking ludicrous, though. So, what you do is you put one foot in front of the other, put your pants on one leg at a time, your big boy pants, and you take one step forward, one step forward. Oh, fuck. Fell back a step. And you have patience with yourself. You accept that, hey, this isn't going to be fucking perfect. Like, well, man, I really liked that therapist I was going to see, but I kind of crossed the line and said something I shouldn't have, or I just wasn't having a good experience, or like I blew it off entirely, or whatever it is that you make an excuse and you fucked up, accept that you are going to fuck up. It's okay to fuck up. But what's not okay is to like sit there and be like, well, why? You know why you fucked up. You fucked up. So you get up tomorrow, and maybe it's not tomorrow. Maybe you need a 2-day hangover recovery. I don't care what the fucking deal is. You need to get back out there and try again. Because otherwise, option one, option two, those are what you got left. Do you want to improve something? Do you want to take your life as it is, which is not perfect, which is completely shitty? It makes you so miserable and depressed. Like you're sad, you cry. My ex-wife, the girl that I tried to replace her with, all dry your fucking eyes. Dry your fucking eyes because there's more people out there. And guess what? Maybe you fucked it up. Maybe that's a you problem, not their problem. And maybe it is their problem. But what is it about you that draws them in to be a problem? You take the same logic you approach your fantasy baseball and fantasy basketball teams and fantasy football teams for that matter with, right? You take that same logic we have in fantasy. We're looking at numbers and data and reality and statistics, but there's also that like last element, the human element. So you have to accept that you might fuck up and backslide and things aren't going to be perfect. But you still try because if you want to do something better, you try. And I remind myself this as often as I can. I don't ask for pity when I'm down. I don't ask for. Now, again, occasionally you might be like, yeah, I'm just having a bad day. You know, you can voice that. Like, and especially if somebody's willing to listen to you, that's fine. But day in and day out, you're going to wear out your welcome. That human element still applies to what you're trying to do. It took you probably your whole life to be as fucked up as you are now. So, what is the answer? About the rest of your life fixing that. That's the real fucking truth. It's not just like, let's coat it with sand, sunshine, and rainbows and candy canes and just whatever. You know, it's not a trip to the beach. It's not, you know, like for instance, my own self, liver transplant doctor tomorrow. I've been freaked out. What did I do the past week? I drank until that motherfucker was about to explode out of my body. Bad idea. So tomorrow and today, new program, right? doing something different, because God forbid what you did before didn't work, and trying something new takes you forward. And if it doesn't, maybe you're not putting in enough work. Always keep grinding. This is what we do with our teams. You know, you're active, you're competitive, you're hoping to be victorious. You're never going to always be victorious, but that active and competitive portion of what we do as fantasy sports players is what leads to the victory. So yeah, you didn't have your best week. You didn't start the right guys. You made some poor draft choices, whatever it is, right? You learn what you did wrong, or you try to learn from what you did wrong and apply new knowledge, new information, and you go forward. So I see, again, so many tweets and so many conversations from people in this industry where it's just like, it's depressing. It's depressing. Like, I want to share one. I'm not going to name the person, but James, our buddy Cubby Knoll, sent this to me. He said this guy sees, or this person sees, all the people younger than he is or she is. They have shit at least kind of figured out. First of all, nobody has their shit figured out. And this is the problem with social media. He's here or she's here with a bad job they only have because their dad is the CEO. Well, guess what? That's inherently an end. That's something good. Build on that. Work your ass off. Try harder. Your job may be shit, but maybe you still have a job. You go back to school and find a position within that company where your dad will be proud, or whoever, or just maybe you just take over the company someday and I run the place now. Or you just sit there and be like, I really don't like sorting paperwork and filing things, you know? Like, I mean, you can do that. That's option 2. This person's a college dropout. They have no friends. Well, you have to get out there and make yourself vulnerable to have friends. You can't handle your mental health, and you still haven't made the calls to get a new therapist. Well, pick up the fucking phone. I'm sorry. Pick up the goddamn phone tonight, tomorrow, whatever day that it's most convenient for your fragile little fucking world. And you're like, hey, I'm kind of sick of this. Like, I'm not sure what the answer is, but I got to do something if I'm actually serious about, like, not being bummed the fuck out the rest of my life. And that you could go around being a bum out, just bummed out. Woo! But don't goddamn play for sympathy when everybody's like, look, bitch, we all got our own fucking problems. Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm sorry. And this is not pointed at anyone specifically, because it's pointed at almost all of us. There are so many of us, especially within our own niche of Fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous, where we're just like, well, you know, I'm not living the best life I could, and shit went south. But what are we going to do about it? Are we going to resign ourselves to it and accept it, which is fine? Hey, I'm just fuck up guy. Or it's driving me nuts, I'm going to kill myself. Or I'm that guy that starts looking at the advanced statistics, the stat cast, the deeper analysis, and I'm like, but why did it happen, and how can I change it? So don't get so down on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Don't kill yourself. That's fucking bullshit. That's pussy shit. I mean, save that for when you really need it. That's my plan. You know, but like until then, just either maintain status quo at step 2, or bite the bullet and try step 3 here, option 3, because what do you have to lose? Being sad and shitty? No. You know what I have to stand to lose? It's Movember shit. I'm sick of it. I hate it. I'm shaving tomorrow, maybe even tonight. I'm done with it. I don't care about men's health. I'm done with mental health. I just wanted to say this as someone who deals with these things, right? Get yourself on some fucking prescriptions. They don't necessarily help. There's not going to be an immediate answer. You didn't build Rome in a day, fucking it up. Like, you didn't do sub Rome, and you're not going to rebuild Rome, you know? Like, it's going to take time. So don't beat yourself up over it. and just accept how you are, enjoy how you are. Maybe the flawed moments are times you can actually, instead of pout and be sad, like you could be like, wow, what a tragedy I am. This is kind of funny because comedy comes from pain. And this is why I'm such a smart ass. This is why I'm always so sarcastic and sardonic. All right. Comedy comes from pain. And nobody else really wants to like dabble in your pain. So don't add on to their shit with your shit. Just fix your shit, accept your shit, or end your shit. And I'm not advocating or advising any of the three in any kind of malevolent capacity. If you ever want to talk, I'm actually one of those dudes that's willing to listen. I have talked to so many people. Somehow I'm like I don't know, like a guru of like, oh, well, when I do this, it's like, well, all right, today didn't go so well, but tomorrow I'm going to open the curtains and life, at least I'll have sunshine in my life. Sometimes you have to accept the small moral victories, and they may seem small and pathetic and stupid, but you build on them. Just like you build on any win you get in any fantasy sports league. All right, hashtag end rant. I had to do this because there's been so much of it lately, and I was even dealing with my own shit. This is like some sort of cathartic release for myself. And I hope you appreciate it and understand it. And anybody that's in our leagues that sees this and thinks like, well, damn, dude, that was harsh. It's not pointed at you. It's just the world I live in. And hopefully maybe just a little bit of it kicks you in the ass, because we all need that kick in the ass sometimes. And I appreciate, without naming names, the people that we play in leagues with. I appreciate when you guys kick me in the ass, because I don't want to send it home in a box. I don't want to. I might. That's my joy. That's for me to do someday. That's fine. Don't worry about it. I don't want any boo-hoos. I don't want any boo-hoos about my number twos where I'm like, well, I'm just going to keep doing the same crappy thing. I would rather just be like, hey, trying to do the new thing didn't work out. I fucked up. I backslid. But guess what? I'm back on it. Can I get a little support for that? That's the attitude you need. All right, let's close. This is perfect. This is like an AA sadness addicts meeting, whatever it is. It's great. Great closing prayer here. Fantasy gods. Feels good to say this. It's been a long time. Fantasy gods. Please grant me the serenity to set my ideal lineups, courage to add drop aggressively, and the wisdom, as always, to make good trades. And analyze those same words, apply them to the rest of your life. Come by our website, hit me up on Twitter. That's the best place to get us these days is Twitter. At letter F, letter S, the word double, letter A, FSAA. I'm not coming down on anybody. I'm all ears, but I ain't going to cut slack. I'll see you guys when we talk some basketball. Oh, and by the way, fantasy baseball is starting, Bubba. Get your pants on.